I'm getting ready to go on a hike. It's going to be a tough one, apparently. As you can see, 300 feet long. Whew. Elevation, and look at that, 5 feet. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but we'll see. Greetings, I made it to the end of the hike. It took me at least 1 minute. It was tough. As you can see here, beautiful cloud-covered peaks back here, unfortunately. Hopefully the clouds clear out because I really want to see the awesome mountains around here. We're at an elevation of about 500 feet. These peaks go up to like 7,000 to 8,000 feet, so the vertical gain is definitely impressive. There are 312 glaciers in North Cascades National Park. That makes it the most glaciated national park in the lower 48. What is this thing called a glacier? I'm glad this guy asked. Well, a glacier is a huge amount of ice that slowly moves. How does it form? Well, think about it. If you're in a really cold area where there's a lot of snow and ice accumulation, and that accumulation exceeds the amount of melting, over the year, you're going to have an increase in snow and ice. And think about that happening over hundreds, thousands of years. In fact, there's a glacier in Antarctica they think is about 1 million years old. Oh, here's a word of the day for you, ablation. That means the removal. Basically, the ablation rate of the glacier is how much it melts away or erodes. And so when you have that much snow and ice, interesting things can happen. For example, a lot of pressure can actually melt the very lowest level of the glacier, and that'll create a low friction surface for the glacier to move on down. So that's one of the main reasons how it's able to move, is because of melting at the base. Also, the glacier can do some interesting things to the landscapes around there. For example, they can create a U-shaped valley. Yosemite Valley is a beautiful example. If you have a big amount of ice in there, it can widen the valley and create a nice U, a glacial trough, as they call it. A lot of that pressure can create some glacial ice. Beautiful glacial ice. It has a nice blue color. How does it look blue like that? First of all, a lot of the air bubbles in that ice have been squeezed out, and so oftentimes we see ice and snow as white. That's largely because of the air bubbles in there, but they've been pushed out of there. But also the glacial ice at that point is basically acting like water. So if you look deep into water or deep into ice like that, it looks blue because in the visible spectrum of light, as it goes down in the ice will absorb a lot of the Roy and G parts of the spectrum. So red, orange, yellow, green, those get absorbed, and the blue gets kicked back to your eyes, and so it has this nice blue color. Also, we should be concerned about them receding. You probably heard of this, kind of like receding hairline. Hopefully none of you have that kind of problem. Basically, the glacier looks like it's moving uphill because that ablation zone where that melting is happening at the bottom is that's picking up because the temperatures are warming up. Hopefully you guys will have a chance to see some sometime because they're really fascinating, interesting, and hopefully I'll get to see some here at North Cascades. Now it's time for me to head back this 1 minute hike. Hopefully I'll make it.